Welcome. I am Harkishan Prajapati. Our learning is on value-based safety, totally new concept. To improve safety culture, value for safety is a must. Value for safety helps us to achieve zero accident. We will learn by the following contents. What is value? Why accidents happen? What to do for implementing value-based safety, and safety as a value. Now, look at the comparison. Type of safety and features for safety in your car. Alcohol ignition interlock has been provided in the car. If driver sits into the car after consuming alcohol, the ignition key will be locked and the interlock will not open for 2 hours. So understand the safety here. After consuming alcohol, no one can drive the car. It's called as value for safety. Alcohol is allowed to drink, called as value for people. So this is nothing but simple example of value-based safety implemented here. We are regularly observing the behavior of the people everywhere at workplace, road, home, train, buses, public places, etc. At workplaces, because of the behavior, challenges are wearing PPE, adhering to system and procedures, following SOP and work instruction, controlling shortcuts, managing risk, improving housekeeping, maintaining safety device and interlock, etc. On road, due to behavior of the driver, the road accidents are increasing. Keeping map of destination in mind, they miss to think for the safety of others and for themselves. At public places, behavior of people can be seen which can create injury or accident. Now question comes, how to address the behavior? Next, we shall try to understand what is values. What are values? Values are moral principle of life. Values are stable, long-lasting beliefs about what is important for an individual. They become standard for their life and make their choices, and they hold in high regards. So value is person's judgment of what is right, good, worth, desirable, important, and useful in their life. You know different types of values of life like integrity, honesty, excellence, responsibility, unity, learning, caring, etc. etc. All these values must become base for safety, and that is called as value-based safety. Now let us understand journey from values to behavior. It starts from belief. Belief comes from experience, culture, social norms, and what other people say or do. Each person evaluates and seeks sound reasons for his belief in his own way. So the belief is the assumption, acceptance, and idea people are holding but do not know whether they are right or wrong. From belief, value will be formed and is a judgment for him what is right and useful in his life. Perception depends upon value and is the way of seeing and understanding the situation. And from perception, our attitude will be formed. Attitude is the way of approaching the situation and the way how you treat the people. Attitude is person's inner thought and feelings and cannot be seen by others. And last, from attitude, behavior can be seen, how you appear at the situation and in what way you give response to situation or to the people. So, to change behavior is a challenging task. You must go inside to understand the behavior and its root up to the values and belief. Let us understand the task or job and its relation with values. Work culture, along with the safety culture, is a practice of work for a group of people with ethics. Values are principles which guide our day-to-day operations and our decisions accordingly. People go on doing their assigned tasks, but for their safety, our interest is to know how they do their task. And our challenge is why they do the task in a certain way they like. We must understand this. So, to create a best culture, we must see that people do their work with safety for all by adhering to the right reason based on embedded values. This graph shows time versus accident rate. If you work step by step on first, adherence to legal and statutory requirements. Second, improvement in process, operations and equipment. Third, improvement in system, SOP, work instruction and training, etc. And fourth, if you implement the behavior-based safety system, then also gap for value will remain, and that is very difficult to fill up. So if this gap is to be reduced, the only way is to implement value-based safety. Majority of accidents happens because of three causes: basic causes, indirect causes and direct causes. Please read this all. Now, let us understand how values play a major role in first two important causes, basic and indirect. Values of management or leaders plays vital role in managing the business or task by designing and implementing system and procedures, improving culture, strengthening supervision, assigning priorities, selecting suitable equipment and assets, and considering the cost factor. Same way, values are very much important in designing and selecting equipment, designing workplace layout, selecting tools and ergonomics, deciding maintenance philosophy, and inspection and installation of machines, etc., etc. How leaders provide environment for task will depends upon their embedded values. Human errors can also be optimized by improving competency, and this will also depends on the value of leaders. What is unsafe act? The act have been committed deliberately or by ignorance or deviation from safe standard operating procedure. If people have values for safety in place, unsafe act can be reduced drastically. Now, what is unsafe condition? A prevailing condition having potential to lead it to injury or property damage. Now, same way, people when work with the values, they will not allow the unsafe condition to happen at the workplace, and the accident rate can be reduced. Condition at the workplace will also improve. So in nutshell, if the value-based safety is implemented, causes of accident will drastically reduced. Let us move further on values and safety. Change of behavior of people cannot be changed easily. Some says that if we can change the attitude, behavior can be changed. But that is also not possible. So what to do? We must look and see inside and change their values. If we are able to change the values for safety and implement safety as a value during tasks, their perception, their attitude, and their behavior will change. Ultimately, culture of safety will improve. So, safety must be treated as value. So, what we have learned? Treat safety as a major value, a value having base of core belief. how we should behave for a safe work under any situation. So the value for safety beyond compromise against any factor. Now what to do to implement the value-based safety? I have listed few. Design a safe job. Develop healthy attitude towards safety. Provide supportive leadership. Implement free and open line of communication. Have a personal commitment for safety. Design a safe job. Carry out job safety analysis and design individual tasks. Address hazard and risk analysis at every stage of life cycle. Implement all good safety practices. Carry out safety assessment and carry out the accident investigation keeping based on value. Now attitude towards safety. Keep attitude towards choice. Read here the differences between compliance and choice. Compliance is adherence to rules and regulation, ownership as per demand, as per authority forces, and someone has told to do that work. And choice is based on our philosophy and ethics, our ownership as per our values and cultures. This is nothing but individual desire from within, and people want to do their job with their own heart. So value for safety here is by our choice. This is coming from within. It is our desire and we want to do from our heart in the right way. This will be our values for safety for ourselves, our fellow workmen, and for our family and society. Now attitude for values and priorities. Priority changes daily based on our business, production, quality, market demand, project, etc. etc. And normally we prioritize or rank them based on urgency. So priorities always change. Value cannot, as values are embedded. Priorities can be compromised, value cannot be. Priorities can be influenced, value cannot be. So choose value as a priority above all means safety must be a value unaffected by a priorities. Now, supportive leadership. Personally commitment based on the value of leader to value-based safety environment. Personal care for team members based on his attitude and such a good behavior that people will select as a role model. Provide resources, promote open and free communication, and never think that safety is compromised. When we ask a question to the participant, what type of quality you prefer in your boss? They will make a huge list. But when we ask them a simple question, what are the qualities you are having from this list? They will become silent. Be a true leader, change perception for safety, and take care of your people. Free and open line of communication is a must for value-based safety. Employee must be comfortable identifying the safety concern. Identify safety concern must be addressed immediately. Feedback is provided on action taken. Employees should not afraid to report injury or near misses and constantly improve what we have to communicate to improve the value-based safety. Empathetic communication is most important. Understand what others are feeling. Go inside other person's frame of reference and see the things the way he sees it. Change your perception, paradigm shift, and that is called as free and open line of communication. Now, personal commitment by everyone for behavior-based safety. Everyone should be committed to value-based safety, accept the responsibility for their safety and for their co-workers, agree to be held accountable for their actions, and support in a value-based safety environment, must be a positive role model of value-based safety behavior. Individual has knowledge of how to work safely or must be adequately trained. So everyone should be committed to values for safe behavior even when no one is watching. It must be come from their heart or within. Now, value and safety. The most important part is the value of a safety, and safety must be treated as the most important value. The value of a safety and safety as a value. Please refer to the world famous major accident like Bhopal, Piper Alpha, Titanic, Challenger, Columbia, Chernobyl. Study the accident analysis with respect to values and you will learn a lot. Now, your safety compliance will give you poor performance because it is based on your requirement. Hazard and risk analysis and measurement will give you average performance because it is knowledge based. Your behavior based safety implementation will again give you average performance because it is employee based. But your value-based safety will give you the optimum performance because it is leadership based. You decide how to implement the value-based safety and how the value-based safety is important for your organization. So, value of a safety. Safety as a value where people work with value for safety from within with their heart on the job. Thanks a lot.